Hello, everyone. This is Sharice Moore, and I'm here to show you what I've been working on this week. Well, no, actually, it's this weekend. Today is Memorial Day, and it's May the 30th, 2022. And so I have, and I'm holding my camera, so bear with me. I have these, and I'm going to get them out, these 3x5 um, notepads that I got from Amazon. And I bought them specifically to make these little use them for my grandchildren, my granddaughter in particular, who wanted a book. And I made one for her. I don't even take a picture of that one, but I made an actual book where it flips up for her. And when I made her one, and then for her birthday, I made her additional book, another book. And then all of a sudden, if you hear in the background, my granddaughter, other granddaughter's talking. All of a sudden, every grandchild wanted a book, and I have a lot of grandkids, so they wanted one, and so I had to come up with different designs. So I made, I'll put maybe upload a picture or whatever of what I did do in the comments section of the other three that I did, of the other two for the boys, because even a couple of my grandsons asked for one, which I was surprised. And I have a lot of girly paper, y'all. All the paper I have is girly paper. When I say girly paper, I mean little flowers and little. They didn't want that, and I had to really come up with a way to do theirs. And so I did. And so while doing theirs, I fixed theirs a little bit different. So while doing theirs, and I was looking at a video, on the video, someone had a notepad, and they had gotten what they call it, Happy Meal gift, and it was a little. It covered up the notepad, and they pulled it out and they wrote on it. And I thought that was kind of cute. Now I just saw a glimpse of this, and I said, well, I wonder if I could cover this book, this pad, like I did the other ones, except what I was going to do is I wanted to open and close from left to right. So I started. So here it is. I don't know if you can see it good. Here it is. Here is my finished product. And it's using a 3x5 pack of paper. And I wanted to make it so that I could replace the pad. So I thought about it and kind of thought about all the ones that I'm learning to make albums and books and things. And so here we go. Now this I'm going to show it to you. This is the close. This is the only part that I realized. The only part that I realized that I needed to. I gotta have to work on. And so this is the front of it, and this is like a little flap, and this was a little bit of mistake here. And I do that because those of us who are doing crafting, I remember that you wonder about things. So I did that. That's this flap. Open it up. That's the inside of the flap. This is the front cover. Open it up again, and that is the back cover. Notice I didn't put anything on it. Now I could put some embellishments on it, and I probably will later on, but it wasn't a big deal for me. What I wanted was a notepad that I could just flip out of my drawer, grab real quick when I have notes, and jot down little things, because I jot down things throughout the day. So this is what I made. Its measurements are, and I have it here because I have a card. The measurements of this little note thing is 3.5 by 4, 5 1/4. That's the size of it. It's small, it's compact. And the interesting piece about it is, I was designed it myself. And what I did was so that I could replace things, if you can see, and don't pay attention to the messy desk, because as you can see, I just finished it. A pocket is how I replace. This goes in, this pulls in and out, and I can put a new pad in anytime I want. What the one mistake I realized, and it's lovely, and I'm sharing this with you because I go through that when I'm trying to make things, is that there are magnets here. And I know how to put magnets down. That's not the problem. The problem that I didn't think and consider was that where I put the magnet. I put the magnet on the cardstock that I used, the first one, when I really should have put it on the top of the second one, covering it with the decorative paper on both sides so that it would catch. Because the magnet is not catching like I want. But it's not a big deal for me because I'm going to be using it at home. So I'm not that worried about it. I can always put something else on it to make it catch. But that was the one thing I didn't do. So I should have went there. I want you to know I use literally, if you are a person that want to conserve paper, The white cardstock is 65 pound. Let's see, 65 pound. This white cardstock on the back that actually made the book is 65 pound. And it's one sheet. I use one sheet of cardstock, white cardstock, to make the entire book, including the pocket. I use one sheet of my pink cardstock, which is also 65 pound, to make the background borders for the book. And I used two sheets of 6x6 cardstock from a 6x6 card pack to make the rest of it. All of these things, the little I layered here, they came from the paper pack, from the same ones. You see, I still have strips left. Sorry, my recording is terrible. That's what I wish I had it going down so you could see. But anyway, strips left. And I literally used and did. Now, I have the measurements and the things I did for this. If anybody's ever interested in doing it, or you'd like to know what I did, by all means, let me know. And I'll share with you what I did. But I want you to know it was so easy peasy. I did this today. I probably did it in, I want to say, maybe an hour and a half to two. Only because I was singing, I was playing my music and singing and trying to decide. Since I'm designing it myself, I had to do a lot of measuring to make sure I got everything. But now that I know how to do it, if I duplicate this and do it, it probably take me less than an hour. Because all I need to do is cut out the pieces. The measurements for all the pieces you cut out are the same for several of the pieces. You just have to cut them and do it. And so once I did that, the hardest part was the decorative part. Trying to decide what I wanted to put right here. This is a sticker. I'll tell you, if I do a tutorial on it, I would, come back and tell you how to do it. It is so easy. It is so easy peasy. Easy peasy. If I do another one, maybe I'll do a tutorial. I don't know. But I thought I would share my little book. I enjoy doing crafting and making books. Also, I'll show you the one. Oops, I'm showing you the rest of the desk. Bear with me. This is the one, and I'm going to move this one to the side on this messy desk. This is the one I made for my granddaughter, the youngest granddaughter of mine. I made all of them a book, and although excuse my hand, I got glue all over my fingers. She's not really into books like that yet. I mean, she likes books, but she's not into like having little notebooks and things as my other granddaughters are. They love their little pencils and their little notepad to put in their little purses and things. She's not quite there yet because she's only 3. However, I didn't want to leave her out. And I made her this. I put the little thing on the front just so you know the front. This one is a little different. This one I actually, if I can get it right. As you can see, this is regular paper. I took some paper that I have. A matter of fact, I used a paper that is 16 by, I want to say 16 by 19. And I literally cut it up into strips. They would fit this size book. I made a decision on what size book I wanted to make. And I did it. And I want you to know, I cut some strips of paper up, folded them in two, and I did, and I'm sorry about that, the pamphlet stitch, if you can see that, inside. Let me turn it around. You can't see it on the outside because I put a cover, focus is off a little bit, on the spine. But it just pops open, and she can write and do, and scribble. All she's going to do is scribble. Knowing her, she's going to tear it apart. But all the paper I used, the covers, as you can see, this came from my scrap bin. I have a bag where I have all the scraps of things I've already done. I grabbed it out. I made the book. I used chipboard to make the book so it would be sturdy. And cardstock, 65 pound weight cardstock. I used white. And all of this is from strips, y'all. Pieces I had around. And I made it. Leaving the chipboard. I had made something else and had some pieces left. So whatever size chipboard I had left is what I chose to make the book size. And I'm giving it to her as a gift. I think it's cute. I know she's going to pull the pages out of it because I know her. She's 3. And that's all right. And I made this all of this is scrap and this is a sticker. That's it. Just so we'll know what the front of the book is. So I've been busy making these little books, and I thought I would share what I've been working on this Memorial weekend. Took that strip with me. So if ever you want to know how I did this one, let me know, and I will share my measurements and things with you. You all have a wonderful day. Bye.